Third down and 17 coming up. High ball. Man is out there, but there's too much on it for Haywood Jeffries as we lose him and the defender in a bank of. And the man is taken out. The photographer, somebody.
He got nailed. Will Hill was the man in coverage, and that gentleman.
Jeffries is also down.
That's not a pile of snow.
It's like the Crimean War out there. Bodies all over the snow today.
That's not snow. That is a hill right there. And Jeffries is working on Will Hill. Ball put up. See if we can see the gentleman in the corner. Got a camera in his hand.
Got him twice. I think that was a local Cleveland or Houston cameraman who's being attended to.
Now we got some idiots from the dog pound throwing snowballs down there. You can see them.
People can get rambunctious on a cold day like this. Some will have a cocktail even up in that pound.
Yeah, that group mentality can turn you into a convict in a minute. They're going to try a field goal, but
Art Modell next to us, the Cleveland owner, is just telling one of his associates to announce that anybody caught throwing a snowball's out of this ballpark immediately. He's out cold, in the cold.
It looks like his eyes were open and his.
Man.
Look at there. Look at that fool. Can you believe that? Throwing a snowball down at a guy injured on the field.
Most of the snowballs have been directed at the Oilers. These Oilers they don't back off either. After they went out in front 10-0, some of those Oilers were down on the subsequent kickoff team, holding a hand to their ear, like, come on, let's hear the barking now.
Well, if there is one saving grace, place to get hurt is at a football stadium. Art just made the announcement that you'll be thrown out if you throw a snowball. I say if you're going to get hurt at a football game. They have x-ray machines here. They have EMT units. They've got doctors on both sides of the field. Us common folks not used to contact like that.
Game clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the first half. The Houston Oilers, the underdog, who are playing for home field advantage in the American Conference in the wild card game, are leading 13-7. At halftime at Indianapolis, the Bills, on that touchdown pass by Kelly to Reed, have come from behind and lead the Colts 7-3. The Jets continue to lead the Giants 13-0. The Eagles with a 3-point lead at Dallas. The Eagles could be in position to win the NFC East. In those games, not of significance from a playoff standpoint, although New Orleans could get in, although they're still a long shot. They're still alive, but a long shot in the NFC as a wild card team. Now the Houston doctors, and they're waving out for a stretcher. Doctor, that man waving his hand with the turtleneck sweater on, is one of the physicians from the Houston Oilers. Coming up is college football's national championship weekend on NBC Sports. To lead off the big day, Syracuse meets LSU in the Hall of Fame Bowl. Then the Fiesta Bowl features a battle of the nation's only unbeaten teams when #1 Notre Dame takes on #3 West Virginia. And the day concludes with the primetime extravaganza of the Orange Bowl, when #2 Miami of Florida takes on the 5th-ranked Huskers of Nebraska. Championship Monday, numbers 1, 2, and 3 are only on NBC.
Well, I certainly hope the best for that young man that's hurt down there on the sideline. But do you remember a movie that was based here in Cleveland Municipal Stadium? A movie called The Fortune Cookie. Starred Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau. You know, they're bringing the stretcher out for this young man. Yesterday, when the Houston Oilers got to Cleveland Municipal Stadium, John Grimsley.
Well, he likes it. John Grimsley's just a few miles away from Canton, Ohio. This isn't new to him. It is to Bruce Matthews, who's from Southern California. So the cameraman who was injured when the receiver and the defensive back ran into him on that deep pattern to the end zone. I think that was Eugene Seal.
They were having fun yesterday.
5'8", 245 pounds. What a player he's been. Okay, it's fun for a little while, but it can get old once you get out in that wind.
Boys will be boys.
Jordan alert. Where'd you get the gloves at?
There's Bruce Matthews.
The frivolity of the moment yesterday when the Oilers came out to check the field, though, certainly lost at the moment as a cameraman may have been seriously injured. He was in the corner of the end zone shooting for a local station in either Cleveland or Houston, and two people ran into him and crashed him into the snowbank, and he was knocked out. The American Conference with a decided edge over the National Conference in interconference play, 29-22.
Last game between the two conferences yesterday in Cincinnati. That dramatic overtime win.
It's interesting. I didn't realize the American Conference Jets and Giants in interconference game being played today.
Well, so much for my comment about yesterday, Cincinnati-Washington being the last one. The Jet-Giant game today in Giant Stadium is definitely the last interconference battle.
Play has been stopped now for over 10 minutes here on the playing field, while an injured photographer is being attended to. The wild card game will be next Saturday here on NBC Sports. If the Oilers win today, they'll be at the Astrodome to host either the Colts or the Patriots. Isn't that right?
Cleveland wins, game's here. Cleveland loses, game's probably going to be in Houston.
As you may be aware, the Cleveland Browns absolutely have to win today. Their 15-game season to date culminates in a one-game season today on the 16th weekend. They win and they're in the playoffs, lose and they're out, win and they're on the home field for the wild card game. But if Houston wins, all bets are off, and the Patriots could conceivably back in the way things are going today.
Both teams now going to the sidelines, try to get a little heat on their legs. They have those hot benches to try to help. This has been a horrible year for the Cleveland area. They were within 96 yards of a trip to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They were within a fumble of going to the Super Bowl last year. And 9-6 in 1988 has turned a lot of believers over the last several years into a lot of disbelievers in 1988 here in Cleveland.
Mike Pagel, one of the quarterbacks of the Cleveland Browns, he's been injured much of the year. Various times the Browns have lost 3 quarterbacks. Their top running back, Mack, and an all-pro corner in Hanford Dixon. There's the best quarterback, Bernie Kosar, that Cleveland has, and he's out with that knee injury. Tried to work this week, couldn't go. It's really a day-to-day basis whether or not he'd play in a wild card game if Cleveland's in it. See where the Browns are without Bernie Kosar and with him.
Bernie seems to make a difference in this team, doesn't he? Cleveland's won 4 games in a row here at home.
The Browns are looking to make the playoffs for a 4th consecutive year, but they have some coming from behind to do here. With 2:21 to play in the first half, the underdog Oilers are in the lead by a 13-7 score. Now the injured cameraman being taken from the field.
To repeat, that is not a bank of snow that he banged into there. That's Mother Earth. That is the little terrace right there at the right field home run fence. That's where he hit. That's grass underneath, not a big pile of snow. Here we go to field goal attempt.
Zendejas has been perfect from 39 and